I will share my screen and we will get started. I will make it short because I know that, let's see, that you need time to actually work. I had to switch our Zoom link, guys, because I wasn't able to record on my computer. I need to record on the cloud, and I can't make Mrs. Harrison do all my work for me, you know? So I'm going to show you where this is, again, especially for my remote learners. And even if you're here, you can refer to these. When you go to your Google Classroom, so Jensen, I want you to be on watching what I'm doing, okay? So, because we have that securely, we can see what you're doing, right? We want to make sure you're doing what we're doing. And then I'll let you get going on your Powtoons. So don't be on Powtoons yet. Okay, buddy? Thank you. All right, so when we get to math, today is, gosh, I have to think, Wednesday. It is Wednesday. You will see I have attached all these goodies here. And I also have it in our Google Slides. So you have all the things that we talked about yesterday, your tips and so forth. Our learning target's not going to change much today or tomorrow because we have a big project we're working on right now, and that is to create a Powtoon. The reason is that we can be sure we understand polygons, area, and perimeter. This was a lot of vocabulary, like I said, and we want to make sure we really get it before we go to 4th grade. So you'll be able to log into Powtoons correctly. Thank you, Jensen, for reminding us. It's our student ID for the username and the password. You have to be able to create your slides, use those tools, use audio, and your information needs to be correct. On Friday, we're going to start presenting our Powtoons to the class. So we have today and tomorrow to finish. So one thing I noticed when I was walking around, I noticed that we had maybe some tears and a little frustration. And I think that's because we haven't had to work together in math as much as we would if COVID weren't here, right? So it was tough. So here's what I want to remind you. The do's and don'ts of working and playing with others. First, do listen to everyone's ideas. Don't think your idea is always the best. That's hard. Do use helpful or kind words even when things don't work out the way you want them to work out. Don't put others or their ideas down. Do stay focused on what the group is doing. I know that's hard because we're all friends in here and we want to talk about other things, but we do have a deadline. Don't blame or yell at others when things don't work out. That doesn't solve the problem. Do say sorry when you make a mistake. If it's a meaningful sorry, it goes a long way. And don't quit when things get tough. Remember our affirmation for the week is, I will take a chance. Mrs. Harrison and I chose that because we knew we'd be doing some different kinds of things this week with technology. And it's tough, even for you guys, even though you're really good at it. If it gets tough, don't give up, persevere. And of course, last but not least, go with the flow of the group. We're not working independently here in person, so you have to kind of go with the flow. Be a peacemaker, compromise. So I thought I'd add that in there, see if that helps us a little bit. And we'll see how we did at the end of our work time today. So this is something that Marin brought up. She said her and her team had some trouble thinking about images for their Powtoons. So I thought of real life examples of your shapes, right? That's something we want to see, a real life connection. Where would I see this shape or use this concept in the real world? So this would represent what? This pizza slice. A triangle. What about the stop sign? Octagon. What do you think about this floor, checkered floor? It could be squares, but it more so is area, right? Area, perimeter. So some of these images could be used for more than one thing. I didn't hear you, hun? Oh, sure. I can. The bed. There's all kinds of different shapes here. We could even talk about area and perimeter if you are maybe building the bed, right? Who knows? What about the leaves? Astria, this should be something that resonates with you. What word would this represent? Anyone? What do you think?
Lines of symmetry.
Yeah, symmetry, good. There's more than one example of symmetry up here for sure. Here we could have rectangles. I love the quilt. Area and perimeter. There's also quadrilaterals. There's also squares, rectangles, all kinds of goodies. Now this one is kind of hard to tell. It's a base, right? So Max, home plate, not a base, home plate. And what shape would that represent?
Pentagon.
A pentagon, nice. And Rubik's Cube, lots of squares, windows, quadrilaterals, rectangles. So those are just some, that could be area as well, yep. So those are some examples of images that would help make that connection to the real world. Most of you guys did fine with that. So let's see if it will let me get to my Powtoon. Yay. So let's just go back and I will remind you, I'll edit mine and I'll show you a couple more tools or review the tools so that when you get started today, you will have it fresh in your mind. One big reminder, and I don't know that you remember to do it. It doesn't always mess things up, but it can. But if you can record first, record your slide first. So let's say, I was trying to do non-examples, right? All right. Well, here, let me just add a slide. You're gonna use this icon with the speaker. When you click on it, remember to don't add voiceover for the entire Powtoon. Make sure it's just your current slide. When you click on it, you're gonna go to record. If it does that to you, I don't know why it does it, just try again. There we go. Start record. Intersecting lines are not parallel lines. They are not an example of parallel lines. And then you hit stop. If you don't like it, you can delete it and start over. If you like it.
Lines are not parallel lines. They are not an example of parallel lines.
You can save it. You add non-examples. And then you save it. And then remember how I had music? I would play it together.
Lines are not parallel lines. They are not an example of parallel lines.
Would I want that music that high? See that volume control? I put it way down low so it's in the background, but I wanted my voice to be really high. Okay, so it's all set. Now I've got my voice on there. I mentioned you're gonna put your text. The T is for text. When you do the text, you get a new toolbar. It's very cool. That's where you get to add your effects. You can make it go to the left. You can make it italic. You don't even have to highlight for that. You can change the color, whatever you want to do, okay? I really loved, yeah, let's see, all right. There was, not color, wait, what? No, I don't want that. I know, sorry. I know it is, it's just my hands are going. Maybe I try word by word this time. Maybe I want to try something different. Click enter, and that's all you do. And it doesn't seem to take effect, but it does, which is so weird. Just get it? Huh? All right.
Miss Aubin,
Yes, Haley.
how do you get to there? I mean, I've gotten to Powtoon, but there's a whole bunch of little videos that I don't know what to do after that.
Okay. How did you get to the videos?
Well, can I just show you what I'm talking about?
Yes. Why don't we do this, Haley? Let me finish and get kids started, and then I'll help you individually. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Keep watching though, Haley, okay? When you're ready to go, see this arrow on the left? If I click that, it gets rid of the text options. And I just have my toolbar again. Somebody mentioned having trouble finding characters. I think it was Josh. Okay, so here, do you see on the right-hand side? When you hover over the icon, you will see what it represents. It says characters. So then I click on characters, and they give you like a group, or at least two, that you can choose. So I could choose one of these. I'll put her in, and then you just click on them and they're there, and then you can move them around, and they move and do funny things. You can play with it. If you click on pose, maybe I don't want her, I'll have her pointing. We don't want her sleeping. So those are some of the tools you guys can play around with. Does that help, Josh? It's just the little people icon.
Miss Aubin.
Yes, Reese.
Me and Katie, so we've got on to Powtoons, but there's a bunch of these so one of them says create your screen and camera, student projects, teacher and faculty, build your branded.
Okay, so Reese, you shouldn't be on Powtoons right now. You should be just listening to me and watching my screen. So I think that's the problem, is you guys are trying to do it while I'm doing my lesson, and I haven't told you to get on Powtoons yet. You should not be on Powtoons. You should be watching my lesson, and then I'm gonna help you guys, because I'm doing the teaching now, and if you're watching it, it's really gonna help you. But if you're not, then things aren't gonna go so well. Yeah, and I will help them, or if you wanna do remote, someone's gonna have to do remote today. We'll have you share your screen and we can help you as soon as we're done. But please just make sure you're listening first, okay? And then we'll do your individual questions soon. Now watch this. So Josh, you have your characters, but you've already chosen. See that arrow? Get rid of it. That's gonna help you, because if you get too many things open, and I think that might be the problem about all the videos, Haley. So if you're watching, you'll see we don't want that arrow out every time because we want to do other things. If somebody else mentioned music, it's called sound. I keep thinking music because it has a music note. It's actually called sound. Put your hand down for a minute so I can teach, okay? And then we'll do yours next. Click on sound, and then it comes out. Then you want to put it back in when you're done, right? Remember what I said? To go to the free sounds, go down to free sounds, and then if you scroll, they're in words, but you can just play to listen. Stop till you find the one you want. Now, if I decide that's the one I want, you click use. And then it's gonna put it in there. Now, on mine, I'm afraid you're not gonna be able to do one for each slide that I can tell. It looks like it's going to put it on the entire Powtoon. Because see how it's not down there? I'm not sure how to get it just to go to this slide. So hope maybe it will. I'll just push play together.
Second lines are not parallel lines. They are non-interchangeable parallel lines.
I did too. So then we've got it. So you just click use. Again, you'll probably pick one for the entire Powtoon, unless you guys are brilliant, figure it out. Okay, yes, Ellie had a question. Good question from Ellie. So here's what she's asking. Say you're done and you want to, just a minute, Haley, I see you. You want to play the whole thing? There's a button at the top right that says preview.
Parallel lines by Mrs. Tallman. What are parallel lines?
Second lines are not parallel lines.
I don't know how that
They
got
are
there second.
non-interchangeable parallel lines.
You see how the
Parallel
music
lines.
changed.
Two lines that
On the
never
whole
meet
thing.
and are always the same distance apart. Examples of parallel lines.
A non-example of parallel lines are intersecting lines.
So it's just called preview. Okay. So then I see that I need to get rid of this, right? When I hover over it to the left, I can click on the garbage can. I don't want that in my slideshow. That was a mistake. Now you could probably also, there's different things you can do on the side with the 3 dots. I could delete it from here as well. If I want to move it, I just drag it down, just like you could with a Google slide. But I don't like it. So I don't want it on there. I'm gonna delete it. Okay. Look at these buttons up here. I didn't want to delete it. Whoops. Undo. And there it is. Ah, yes, I did want to delete it. Just same kind of tools. Use your tech knowledge and schema to help you with these. Any other questions before I let you get started? Yes.
So, why can't we use the props?
The props. I'm not sure what you mean.
Like,
I don't think I said you couldn't, did I?
you said, yesterday you said that we can use the props.
Huh?
You said they cost money.
The props.
She said you could use whatever's available, but
If
she didn't find them useful.
okay.
She looked at and
Yeah.
many of them had to be purchased.
Yeah. Okay. So the question was, and I don't remember saying props. Okay. She said, why can't we use the props? See, they're all. I don't think you can because I thought they.
There's a free one at the very top.
If they say pro, we don't have pro. Basic free. Yep. We'd want to go to basic free. Okay. So then you can do that if you want. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize. So yes, you can use the props if they're free. I didn't think we had many. I thought because they were not highlighted that we couldn't use them. But yeah, play around, guys. I'm not really saying there's much that you can't do. I don't know Powtoons. I'm not an expert at Powtoons. I've played around with it. I've used it for different projects with kids, but every time I do, my students teach me something new. So you guys can discover and do what you think, as long as you meet the criteria for a 3 or 4 for your rubric, that you are doing what you need to be doing and staying focused on the math part of it. I'm fine with you experimenting, adding props and figuring things out. Henrik. So I would be okay with you going in the hall or in Mrs. Harrison's room as long as we can get an adult And when you're doing that part, going to a quiet place, but as long as we can see you. So if you ask an adult, we'll try to solve that problem. I agree. The problem for us here, kiddos, you don't have this problem, is it gets noisy and they need a place where it is quiet to do the voiceover. Marin and then Ellie.
Can we go yet?
One more minute, bud. Okay, so do you see where we are right now? Do you see all those obtuse angles? Look at right here. Do you see on this prop has an obtuse angle, doesn't it? So you could use something like that. You're gonna have to be creative and start thinking. Look at this envelope. Does it have an obtuse angle? Could you type in envelope? Could you type in computer in your image and see? I know. So if you go to images and you're an obtuse angle, you got to think of things that have obtuse angles. That's the tricky part, right? So you're going to have to be creative and start thinking, looking around the room. What could have it? So we just found an envelope, had one. And now we have an envelope, right? You could add that envelope. We also said that the computer had one. So instead of typing in obtuse angle, you'll probably have to type in an object that would have an obtuse angle. I'm trying to think of maybe something on a playground. Flower petal? I don't know. You have to look. Type it in. See what you come up with. Maybe a butterfly's wings. You know how the butterfly?
Maybe like triangle monkey bars.
So look in props now that we know we can use some of those. Okay, Ellie. I'm sorry, hun. That's very cool. How old is he? See, you guys are hot stuff. Haley Booker.
I'm having trouble getting onto my Powtoons because when I type in the first number and the second number, it says like it's red and it doesn't let me in.
Okay, so we'll work with you one-on-one. Okay. I'm gonna just take two more, okay, and then we'll do individual. Go ahead. Oh. Lennox said you have to go to Google sign in.
Just sign in with Google, it'll let you right in.
It'll let you right in when you go to Google sign in. Thumbs up. Thank you, Lennox, for your expertise. Did you guys have one? Okay, then we're gonna let you get started. Mrs. Harrison, do you want to do remote or do you want me to do remote?
Oh, I'll go.
Okay, Mrs. Harrison's gonna let you share your screen. And that way, if you have individual questions, she's gonna help you. I'm gonna mute so I don't bug you guys because we're getting noisy. You may get on Powtoons and get started. Katie, I see your hand up. Mrs. Harrison's on her way to help. All right, you guys work and let me know when you need some help and I will, yes, Astria. Oh, I've turned my sound again. You're always the one that has to deal with that every single time. All right, I got it up.
For when it, okay, so when I went into the link, it says, oops.
I would close that tab and click again and try to open it again because we most of us are managing to get in. But if we can't, I'll let you share your screen. Try again. Leo, what do you need, buddy? Hi. Oh,
Do you need to see my plan?
nope. Here, hold it up and let me take a gander at it. Can you hold it up to your camera? All right. Oh, nice. You got your definition? Looks like you got your definition. All right, looks good. Okay, yeah, go for it. I think you're good. Yes, Miss Astria, didn't work?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope that you can share try sharing your screen with me.
The host disabled it.
All right, let me yell at let me yell at Mrs. Auburn. Hold on.
She's gonna go scream at Miss Auburn.
I'm being hall monitor.
That's so funny.
Okay, Miss Astria, she's getting it. So try again now. See if she fixed it. All right, look at you. Okay, so that's the very first thing that showed up when you clicked on there?
Yes.
All right, there should be, so it's got your number. See how your number's up in the right-hand corner under the EDU? So it knows it's you. So it says you're already in this group. So go ahead and click on your, see if it'll let you click on your number. Ah, okay. So, okay, click on workspace, where it says Powtoon. Click on that. Is it letting you do, oh, it's thinking. I can see it's thinking. All right, let's see where it goes. Still thinking. Oh, there you go. All right, so it says no Powtoons created yet. So you're gonna make one now.
Okay.
So if you go to templates, do you see, yep, create, you can do that. No, you can do create, that'll work. Yep. And then horizontal, yep, good listener. All right. Okay, Miss Haley Calendar, just a minute. I see ya. Just want to make sure. Okay, good, Astria? You good to try some for a little while first? All right. Okay, Haley Calendar. Oh, unmute yourself for a minute there.
Okay. So I'm going to show you what's going on.
Yes, please show me.
So when I went to
Okay. So do you see where it's on the left where it says create?
Right here?
So, yep, go ahead and click on that. And then you're going to pick horizontal. You're going to pick the middle one. Pick the middle one. There you go. And then it'll pull up. It's loading your awesomeness. Okay, I'm gonna let you try, Miss Or is it still do you think you can try some more from here at this point? Should I let you go for a little bit? Okay. Why don't you go play around a little bit?
Can we get off the meeting if our problem's solved?
No, I want you to stay. You guys can just be muted and work together. You don't have to see me, but I want you to stay here so that when so that if you end up having a problem, you can let me know. Okay? So just ignore me. Haley Booker.
I can't find the characters.
Okay, so share with me, or share your screen. There you go. Okay, so go over to the right-hand side where it has the square and the T and the little people. The little, yep. totally. So look, so click on that, and that's where your characters come in. You got it? All right. All right.
Can you be quiet so I can do my recording?
Yes, I can.
Is this Harrison?
Am I allowed to talk again? Jensen, I'll answer your question, buddy.
So whenever I click on audio, it says that my microphone is blocked.
So usually when you click on there, it asks you a question to allow or block. You can click on allow, and it'll let you do it.
Yeah, I clicked on allow.
You did.
And it still is not letting you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share? Will you share your screen with me?
Yeah.
I see you, Astria. Let me finish. Just hold that thought. All right. So add voiceover. Good. Okay. And then hit start record.
Yeah, but it says my
Where does it?
microphone is blocked
Where
right
does it?
there.
Oh, your microphone is blocked. Okay, so let's go to. So go to your regular. Here, let me hold that. I'm gonna pause.